Janome.
Hey everybody, I'm Raven Maureen of ravenmaureen.com and welcome back to the Janome channel. Today I want to show you how to make biker shorts using a free pattern from moodfabrics.com. So I'll be linking that in the description below, along with some skills that you're going to learn in this tutorial and some fabric choices that I think you might like. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is take your contrasting piece and you're going to pin it to the other piece right there. Now, it's going to be extremely important that you have cut all of your notches into your pattern pieces because this is where it's going to get tricky and important. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you have the opposites of each other, just like you see here. And you will pin these right sides together and take this to your sewing machine or your serger and get started on that. Okay, make sure you give it a good press. Even though it is stretchy fabric, you still want to make sure you press those seams. Take it back to your sewing table, your cutting table, and now we are going to attach the other side of the shorts. Again, we want to make sure that we are pinning those notches first, and then we are pinning around those curves. And of course, take that back to your sewing machine or your serger, and voila. So now you've got two full legs. And now what you're going to do is you're going to pin it to the front crotch area. And you're also going to, once again, find those notches and pin in place. And then you're going to do the same thing for the back side of the crotch area. And while we're here, we are going to go ahead and pin right sides together our waistband. And we're going to take both of these back to our sewing machines and serge these right sides together. And then, of course, we're going to give it a good press. And now we've got one piece that we are going to pull apart just like that. And we are going to pin those legs together, making sure that those seams line up perfectly and making sure that those notches line up perfectly as well. Take that back to your sewing machine and voila, there we are again. Now comes the tricky part. So turn your shorts right side out. Take your waistband and fold it in half like you see there. Make sure you're matching up those notches yet again. And go ahead and pin that in place. And for this part, we are going to use the rule of fourths. And you'll see what I mean here in just a moment. So as we take this waistband, we want to make sure that we take that notch and place it in the front seam like we see there. And then we're going to do the same thing for the back. Next, what we want to do is make sure that we find our center, and then we find our center on the sides. This is called the rule of fourths. And so you want to make sure that that side part is even right there. And we're going to make sure that we can kind of walk our fingers across that part there to make sure that we don't have any ripples or anything when we serge this together. And you're going to keep doing that on all four sides of your waistband. So again, watch me find that center as I stretch it out to make sure that all sides are even. I'm going to pin that in place, and then you'll see me walk my fingers back across that waistband to make sure that the space is even on all sides. Okay, so now as we are putting that last pin in place, we are going to take this to our serger and make sure that we serge all the way around, connecting our waistband to our shorts right there. And it's okay that there's a couple of ripples. That means that there's going to be some resistance, which is what we want because, again, it's supposed to be a stretchy biker short there. All right, so now that we've finished that, make sure that you press your waistband seam down towards your shorts. And now we're going to take this to our iron and we are going to sew up our bottom hem, and we're going to do a 1-inch seam allowance all around on both legs. Okay, y'all, so I have already hemmed my shorts, as you can see. I'm actually going to carefully turn them right side out, just like that. And what you're going to do now is, if you want to go ahead and do just a regular zigzag stitch to finish your shorts, that's totally fine. But if you want to challenge yourself and do a twin needle finish, then definitely keep watching. So I am going to do a twin needle finish with my black thread here. I already have one black bobbin wound from a previous project. And so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to wind a second bobbin. And I've already got my twin needles installed right in here as well. And so we're going to do that right now. So I didn't do a full winding. I just did a little bit, enough for us to get through the hem of this. And so what you're going to do is you're going to put one of your bobbins where you normally put it. And then you should have this this one and then this one, two spools. So I always put the thread spool in the lower one, and then this one goes on top here. Now, if you have two black spools, that should be fine and you should be able to do this. But if you don't, and if you have a plethora of bobbins, then this works as well. So I'm going to thread it like I would normally thread it. Still thread it through the same channels. There's no difference. And then you're going to put it in the needle beside it. Okay, so you have your needle, both needles are threaded through, and then you have your other bobbin in there. So your setup should be just like this. So you have your thread, your bobbin, they're both threaded through that channel all the way down and into that twin needle right there. So let's go ahead and do our hem. So I did a 1-inch seam allowance on here, and so I'm just gonna put it up to the 3/4 of an inch line. That way I know that it'll catch that other side of the hem. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video and if you want to see more from me, you can always head to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like, comment, and share. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Bye.